Now, a technology blog is at the center of a legal battle. Gizmodo is trying to get back property seized by police from the home of its editor, Jason Chen. Now, the website published details about Apple's next generation iPhone. It says it paid $5,000 for the device to someone who found it at a bar. But the search warrant called it stolen. It is unclear if Apple reported the theft to authorities, and the company has not yet commented on the situation. Now, Gizmodo says it can't comment on the legal issue. A lawyer for its parent company, Gawker Media, has called the police raid unlawful. But are bloggers protected like journalists? Let's ask Ronald Coleman. He's general counsel for the Media Bloggers Association. Hello there and welcome to World Report. Should the journalist shield law be applied to bloggers as well?
Well, it's a pretty clear matter of law in California that it is. There are a couple of relevant statutes. There's a California statute, there's a federal statute, which California courts don't have all that much to say about. But in terms of California law, not only is it clear that bloggers are protected, it's clear that bloggers on the topic of Apple are protected. That's not even a close question.
Now, Gizmodo did pay for the phone. It paid for some $5,000 for that iPhone prototype. Does that muddy the waters a little bit? Does it weaken its press privilege argument?
It very well might, but no more so than it would if it were the Los Angeles Times or CNN. The fact that it was a blogger that made the purchase has nothing to do with that question. That question may very well go to whether or not there's a stolen goods issue or whether there's a theft issue. Receiving stolen goods and theft are two very different crimes because one of them is specifically exempt from the usual sort of law enforcement privileges, even with respect to reporters, because it's understood that the typical thing police want from reporters is going to be described as stolen goods, including notes, documents, that sort of thing. Here, there's no question that the blogger is a journalist. The question rather is whether the facts here add up to the sort of thing that the statutes protect.
Okay, now, California police, they searched the blogger's home, Jason Chen. They also seized his computers, his phones, his hard drives. Did they go too far?
Well, it'll probably be a judge who's going to decide that. What's fascinating in reading commentary on this topic is seeing the broad diversity of opinion on that. It does seem that there is, however, probably some overbreadth problem, not only at the statutory level, but probably as on a constitutional level. They took a lot of data from a lot of devices, and there didn't seem to be a time limitation in terms of retrospectively that, as to what the police are allowed to look at. It does seem that there's an overbreadth issue, and if it had, the difference here between bloggers and traditional journalists is that this level of perhaps overreaching probably would not have happened if the warrant had been sought against a traditional journalistic outlet.
And also, from a gut level, do you think Gizmodo will be able to win this legal battle?
Well, from a gut level, I think they're going to end up, I would put my money on Gizmodo on this one. I think the California courts are very protective of this. I think this is going to be perceived as a kind of odd use of public police power to protect private interests. Even though there is a California statute that is implicated here in terms of trade secrets, this is probably a little bit over the top.
All right, Ronald Coleman, General Counsel with the Media Bloggers Association. Thank you very much for that discussion.
You're welcome.